These kinds of anti-government protests have been largely seen in Oromia region and parts of the country since 2015. Then, pushed by public unrest, former Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn steps down, clearing the way for the ruling party to reform. Then comes into office a new, young and energetic Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed. And over the past less than 3 months, he has toured around the nation, speaking to people, has freed almost all political prisoners, including Andargacho Tsege, introduced reforms in politics, military and the economy.
As a witness of history, I have served through 4 regimes in this country. For the first time in the history of Ethiopia since the demise of the emperor, someone bold enough to speak about his belief in faith, in God, what the majority of the Ethiopian people want to hear, has been articulated by this leader. That's number 1. Number 2, he has preached love, reconciliation, and togetherness in building this nation anew.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's overseas diplomatic efforts are said to be as impressive as his domestic performances. In less than 90 days, he has toured 7 states in the region and the Middle East. And from his Djibouti trip for economic beneficiation to Sudan, Kenya, Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Egypt, Abiy has managed to get several thousands of Ethiopian prisoners to be freed from jails of those countries.
Abiy is telling us that the people come first. Abiy's approach in terms of our relationship with our neighbors is helpful because we have to develop common infrastructure, common policies of trade, free trade, etc. So you have to have a choice of your priorities, and I think he has the right priorities.
Then the Prime Minister unexpectedly announced his government's will to make peace with Eritrea.
All we have gained from the status quo between the 2 countries is more tension. Neither of us has benefited. We want to channel our energies towards peace, love and unity.
This move, though faced with mixed reactions, is still considered crucial.
I myself, my daughter-in-law, my grandchildren are Eritrean of Eritrean origin. We are intermarried. There is nothing that can separate us culturally, linguistically, in every aspect. So we would be a big force for peace and development if we settle this problem.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's efforts are already getting continental and global recognition. In Uganda, for instance, he was awarded the Pearl of Africa Award for his all-rounded contribution. But Abiy will still have a lot to address in his country. On top of the list are fighting tribalism, combating poverty, and creating jobs for the youth. Girum, Chala, CGTN, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.